Economist Mamello Matikinca. Mamello, thank you for joining us. Your overall assessment?
I think the budget today was a fair and honest assessment of the situation that we currently find ourselves in. As we know, the economy has underperformed in the first half of this year. We entered a recession in the first quarter of this year, meaning that the GDP outcome for the first half was quite weak, and essentially the government had to downwardly revise their overall GDP forecast to reflect the current situation that we're in. And as a result, we saw the tax shortfall of 50.8 billion that's anticipated for this current fiscal year. And I think this surprised the market quite a bit. I mean, if I look at what FNB was anticipating, we were looking at a shortfall of 40 billion. So essentially we were surprised on the downside by a massive 10 billion. And what we also saw today is that the deterioration in the fiscal matrices is far worse than what we and the market had anticipated. And I think this largely explains why the rand reacted so negatively. I think that what was missing in the budget today was really how contingent liabilities and the SOEs are really going to be addressed moving forward. I think while there's a recognition that, something needs to be done, there isn't any action plan as to how we're going to get there.
He did say that we cannot have the situation where state-owned companies are coming cap in hand for bailouts all the time. He addressed corruption, how it's affecting even tax collection. So you're saying he didn't go far enough with the concerns of South Africans?
The contingent liabilities has been an ongoing issue, and I think that the rating agencies have also highlighted that they're quite concerned about that. And I think governance issues around SOEs has been an issue. And I think going forward, there has to be really a firm commitment, because I think bailing out state-owned enterprises in the long term is not viable. And I think the budget today states that if the government doesn't dispose of some of its assets, we could see an expenditure breach or ceiling of the expenditure ceiling of about 3.9 billion, which is an issue. And I think perhaps in the budget review that we're going to see what the plans around sorting out those liabilities are.
And no doubt some disappointment with the sale of Telkom shares. Telkom has been doing so well. Thank you very much. That was FNB Senior Economist Mamello Matikinca. All right, let's move from the economy to the world of sport.